corn that was gifted to me from a dear friend, Liana, and the seed was originally from La Cienega, New Mexico. And now that it's harvest time, we're going to be harvesting and shucking the corn. There's like a lot of ways to do it. The way that I was taught was just, you know, use your thumb and you shuck it into your container. And then there, you know, there's also machines to do it as well. And then another way I was taught by a friend named Concho was, if you're having a hard time doing it with your hands, you can take another ear of corn and use it to shuck. Especially if you're doing this manually and your hands get tired. It's a little bit more messy. You have corn flying all over the place, but it also preserves your hands when you're doing it if you don't have a machine to do it, or if you don't have lots of people to help you too. And that's how I would shuck the corn. With corn, you want to wait until it's completely dry to do this. Otherwise, you could have issues of mold, or it can start sprouting in a container with humidity. And the way you can know it's dry is you just take a kernel and you try to bite down on it, and you almost like want to like use your full force with your back teeth to do it. It almost wants to feel like you're gonna break your teeth. I mean, obviously I bit into this one really hard, so it broke. But if it still feels a little soft, then you know that's not completely dry yet. Another seed that I love to process is beans. And the cool thing about beans is they kind of tell you when they're dry. So if you look at the pod here, it's just like completely brown. And when you grow a bean, still there? When you grow a bean, you know, the pods will form, they'll be green, and then you'll see them start to like create their shape, so they like get those little ridges and humps. And then once they start to dry on the plant, that's usually when I pick them and let them dry. And then you have your beans there. The fun thing about beans is you never know what you get. They're like little presents on the inside. When I planted them originally, they were like this. It's like red and white. But even just by random choice, you see some that are just like completely red all over. So if you want, depending on how you want to grow them next year, you can either say, hey, I'm just going to mix them all up and see what I get. Or you can select, hey, I just want to grow red and white ones. Or next year I'm just going to grow these like neon pink, reddish pink beans. So that's the cool thing about seed saving, is like you get all sorts of varieties sometimes, and then you can select which ones you want to grow next year.